Hi there, and welcome to Graham's Guide, Friday Live, this Friday, the 21st of April. We do live in challenging times. The challenging times in most recent times have been the COVID issue, but as I said, life gets in the way, and it's always, it's often the small things. During this move that I've just done from Melbourne to regional Victoria has been a very challenging time. And all of us, that was my challenge, but all of us have challenges, and those challenges vary in size. And so we really need to have a be aware of the big picture when it comes to your grades. You're going to be getting the grades the best that you can with the time that you have. And right now, if I had to be writing and submitting an assessment now, it probably wouldn't be my best work either. But but it would be the best work that I could do under my current circumstances. And I would be hoping that if I didn't get the grade I wanted, well, the next time round, um, I might be in a better position. I might have less going on. I might be able to concentrate a bit more and devote a bit more time to achieving the higher grades that I was hoping for. So it comes to consolidation week this week. And in consolidation week, you do hopefully get a time for a bit of a breather. And you can take some quiet time to catch up on reading that you may have missed during these first few weeks of the teaching period. And I'd encourage you to do that if you can. If you can find some spare time, the reading is really, that's where you gain your knowledge. You extend your knowledge in the discussion boards, but you can't go into the discussion boards without having completed the reading. So the reading really is, and that's why it's called essential, because the reading is essential to your learning. Just quickly before I go, though, I just want to go into one of the groups just to show you again, because I can tell that some people have missed some key direction on passing, on guidance for assignment 2 to help you pass. And so in the assignment 2 forum, make sure that you don't overlook this link here from Tanya. Tanya's guidance will be a great asset to you in achieving a pass or higher in assignment 2. And then, of course, my advice that I've provided here. I've been teaching this unit for well over 8 years now, and I can tell you that I know where students tend to miss the mark. And I want you to look at this guidance that I provided, because it will be very helpful to you in meeting the marking criteria for assignment 2, particularly this suggested structure of 400 words for each section. I know some of you, I've seen that some people are struggling to write 400 words in each of these sections. But if you're having trouble, into the discussion boards, say that you're having trouble trying to meet the word count of 400 words, and you may be inspired by the responses of your colleagues and myself. Sometimes the idea you're covering, you just need to tease it out a bit more and expand that idea, or find another source to support what you're saying. So you may be using Brown, for example, to support your discussion of the spoken and unspoken messages. In addition to using Brown, perhaps you can add Baldovino as well. So you may end up having citations to 2 pieces of evidence, and that will help you tease out a more in-depth answer and increase your word count to the 400 word requirement. Alrighty, look, that's about as much as I think you need from me today. More of a pep talk. It is practical advice. The practical advice of that pep talk to not confuse your grade with who you are. if you're getting a lower grade, it doesn't mean that you don't have the ability or the capacity or the intelligence to get higher grades. All it means is that you did not were not able to meet the marking criteria for a particular section of the assignment. And next time, based on the feedback you receive, you'll have a much better opportunity to improve on that grade. And that's what you should be judging yourself on yourself. So if you get a grade of 50 or 60% in this assignment, then you would be trying to improve that to a higher grade in assignment 3. And almost every teaching period, I see that occur. Even when it comes to the distinction level grades, often I see distinction level grades increase as well. So please feel buoyed by your own ability, and I look forward to catching up with you after the break in week 7. But between now and the submission of your assignment, make sure you do some of that reading and check out these links that I've showed you for Tanya's advice and my advice for achieving higher grades on assignment 2. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you in the discussions. I'll be there chatting for the rest of today, Friday. And if I've got an opportunity, I'll also head into the discussions on Saturday as well. Bye for now. Today, I just want to have a quick talk about your grades. And look, the important thing to realize is that you are not your grades. So when I first received my first assessment back, I've already written a story about this. So if you go to the social forum, you'll find a short story there. I didn't do as well as I'd expected. And I frankly, it made me feel like I wasn't good enough in more ways than just that assignment. Like, the important thing to know is that just because if you don't do well on assignment 2, and I think this is about fear of failure more than getting good grades, because I've received some emails this week from people who they would like more time to try and get their head around the assignment. They feel that they're not clued in on what's required. But really, you have enough information now by watching the Collaborate sessions, by looking at the guidance that Tanya has provided and that I've provided. You have enough information to have a go at assignment 2. And regardless of the mark you get, that's not a sign of your overall ability to achieve success in academic writing. It's all it is. If you don't do well, it's a sign that you may have misunderstood aspects of the criteria. And frankly, understanding the criteria is an ongoing challenge for us all, and even for me as I approach a PhD, which I've attempted to get going on a PhD twice in the last year, and both times the hold up has been trying to get my head around the requirement of the task, and of course life happens, and that also interrupts the process as well. So when it comes to your grades, if you're aiming for, as I've said before, perfection, that's something that's not really attainable. You just have to go with the best you can with what you've got. And if you don't get as high a grade as what you were hoping for or expecting for, it's more likely that you have misunderstood or not placed the correct emphasis where it should have been on the requirement or the marking criteria. It's got nothing to do with your ability to write. It probably doesn't have a lot to do with your ability to comprehend what you've read, even though I know that academic writing can be a challenge sometimes. One way to get through the challenge of academic writing is to ask questions about what you've read in the discussion boards, because um, that that's what I do an um, as an experienced academic. If I'm reading something and I don't understand it, I seek the counsel of my colleagues to better understand what it is that I'm looking at and what I'm trying to read and comprehend. It's working in isolation. Relying on your own counsel is not the best way to move forward and become more educated. You need to share that learning experience with others, because bouncing your ideas off others, hearing other people's perspectives, that's key to improving your understanding of this new knowledge that you're taking on. So, just very quickly, now that I've babbled on a little bit about you are not your grades, I just want to say that that's all related to achieving success, and everyone's idea of success is different. For some, it's just turning up every day, because just turning up is a challenge in itself. Even to the point of waking up in the morning and pushing yourself to get out of bed. And if you're able to get there and get to your screen, well, quite frankly, I would be congratulating myself on those small successes along the way.